What it do? What it do? It's your boy Re Up, and I'm back at it again, keeping it real, raw, and 100. Yo, we got to talk about some things, man. We got to get in. Let's light this thing up and let's talk because gaming today in 2024, going into 2025, I believe you guys it's going to get worse. So here's my predictions coming up 2025. I believe it's just going to be more money hungry, more of the same things we've been seeing from time after time over the years. And I've been telling people for years, man, the disconnect that developers have now. It's really truthfully all about the money now. You know what I'm saying? And I understand it's always been about the money. I mean, let's just be 100. You know what I mean? But back then, they didn't have one thing that they focused on. And they can't make no money without this big thing having in each game. And that is online. Online have just ruined gaming. It's not the games. It's really not. Any offline game right now plays good. NBA 2K, you have no problems with playing these games offline. Everybody's perception, everybody's opinion comes from online. That's how they view games. If a game isn't right online, then it's trash. That's just not how we should judge games. I feel like if you're an online player and that's all you play without even testing the offline, because I feel like that should be a part of your review of the game. Like how's offline? Does offline play like online? And 9 times out of 10 it doesn't. That's where the issues come in. Online, that's it. The regular game itself plays flawless. So I ask myself, is gaming really that bad in 2024? Is it really that bad, or is it just one thing that has everybody's attention and everybody's opinion about? Because here's the thing. Everybody want to be good online. Everybody want to win online. No one wants to win a record. So your opinion is going to be based off a lot of things that you feel. Now, things is going on with Undisputed right now, as far as like the power punching and stuff like that. That's on a whole nother level. That shit right there gotta be fixed. But can we say that game is trash just based off one mode? Can we really say the game is trash based off the issues that they're having with just that one mode, and that's online? Because other modes, it plays fine. When you're playing offline, the career mode, no one is giving feedback about that because everyone knows that plays good. But when it comes down to the online part, when it comes down to the online gameplay, that is where the issues lie at. All right, we can go back, you guys. And online, and I'm gonna say the PS3 on up, PS3 slash Xbox 360 on up. That's when opinions start to really matter. You know what I'm saying about online gaming. That's where people really start being critical about things because people took online very seriously. Back then with the PS2 mode, PS2 games. Now those games was definitely the gameplay was better because they focus on gameplay. They focus on like that was just the number one thing back then. But now they put a lot of energy into online stuff. They have to make the game balanced for us people playing each other now, especially sports games. So it's so many things that lie in between making a good game. But you got to look at it. The issues is online. Like no one talks about offline modes. No one talks about how good they play because that's not going to get a reaction. And a lot of people play online. Don't get it wrong, man. When I cut on my game, when I cut on my game and console, and The newer console now, the newer gaming consoles. I'm like, I want to play offline. I mean, I don't know why. It's just that's just what I want to do. I just I don't really want to play offline. You know what I'm saying? I just don't. I don't get to enjoy them, and that could be the problem too. Like with me, well, I don't play a lot of like online, like newer gen games because I don't play a lot of offline games, and that maybe is the problem. I feel like online gameplay is just it's cheesy because we played people back in the day. If you know what I'm saying, before you learn anything on how to play offline, people didn't play this cheesy like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I don't know. It was just it was a difference back then when you played somebody head to head, sitting right there next to you. I don't know why it was just fun, but now when you base things online, it's so many things be exposed online. See, back then you had to play the game to figure out any type of glitches, anything like that. You had to play the game to figure that out. Nowadays, you can just go YouTube the best jumper or the best way to play or the best playbooks, and everybody's using the same thing. Everybody's doing the same thing. There's no dynamic, there's no complex, there's everything is the same now. Everybody's doing the same thing because everybody's listening to everybody and everybody doing the same thing. Now you can ask yourself that should be easy to stop. But if we didn't have the connections that we have now, a lot of people wouldn't even know about some of the glitches in the game or things to do in the game. A lot of people wouldn't know that. You know what I'm saying? It'll be so secluded. Nobody would even be thinking about things like that. We're just playing the game, having fun. But when it comes down to online, everybody wants to win. So their mentality is, yo, I want to cheese. I want to be the best in the world. And there's like Zen controllers and stuff like that. Like I've been seeing some 2K25 like Zen people like with controllers, and I mean they're getting in the green like a motherfucker. Like it's crazy. Like why would I want to? How can I enjoy a game with someone doing that? Like that's me. I can't get with it. So for newer games, man, I feel like I'm leaning to more towards being an offline gamer. Like I know a couple people that always told me, like, man, I just play 2K offline. I enjoy it. It's, you know what I'm saying? I feel like your perspective will be a whole lot different than playing the games online. It'll just be whole if you not having fun with online. And I'm gonna do this myself. I'm gonna start playing offline games and really see if my opinion far as about modern games, because I feel a certain way about modern games. Y'all know how I feel about 2K. I just don't like it. I just don't like when you're playing a competitive game, you have a green light that's there that's all, you don't have to have no skill. All you have to do is learn how to shoot. All you have to do is pick a good play in the playbook and use that play to free guys up to be able to shoot threes. You learn those two things. You don't have to learn how to dribble, post up, none of that shit, rebound, nothing. You don't have to learn nothing. You learn two things. That is it. And to me, that's not basketball. I can't take people serious. I got people that play that get up here, and for people that are listening, if you play 2K, like I play 2K25 online. When I play certain people, I cannot stand when I play them, and you can tell they are a part player, and that's how they're playing, as if they're playing the part. Like I just can't get with that. You know what I'm saying? I can't get with how they play. They're playing the game just like they're playing the part. And it's not basketball. And you know what happens? 2K rewards them for this shit every single time. 2K takes them by their hand and will guide them the way through. It seems and it seems like that's just trying to pull the casuals in. And 2K never been about that. I came along during an era where you had to know basketball. From 2K9 to 2K11 online, you cannot tell me. You can't tell me those games wasn't sweet. You can't tell me those games, gameplay wise, you didn't have to know a little bit about basketball. 2K12 hit, that's when we start seeing more shit focus on shot meters and shit like that. because people didn't understand when they played 2K11. While when I played 2K12, or let me go back. People didn't understand when they played 2K11 when I shot a shot and it was green and it still missed. See, people didn't understand that because a lot of people that was questioning that, they didn't play real basketball, so they don't know how basketball works. I said this a million times. If you shoot a perfect shot, that doesn't mean it's going in. Yes, it's a video game. True that. I understand that. But you have to keep it balanced, and you're destroying the simulation in basketball games by relating to going to a green light release. It's always affected the game, and it's never been the same since then. Never been the same. I don't know. I don't want to know when my shit going in on a video game. The excitement of you draining a shot that you had no idea was going in, that is why it's not exciting. Because when you shoot, yeah, you green it, you see it's going in, but it's not exciting. It's just when that motherfucker go through the net, you like, oh man, that's what the video games are about. When I go back right now and I play 2K online right now to this day, I'm playing real true basketball that I'm not playing on the newer gen. Now, yes, I love the controls on the newer gens. I love animations, the graphics and stuff like that. I wish that it was somehow we can play an up-to-date version of 2K11 with modern. And I know people got mods and shit like that. I know that, but it will honestly display how good basketball game really is if I ever seen 2K11 gameplay with, and all I want to see is the animations. All I want is the animations. You know what I'm saying? All I want to see is the animations in 2K11, and you have a superior game. And I'm gonna say the same thing about 10 because I love 2K10. I'm not gonna lie, like me, I'm more 9, 10. 11, I like 11, don't get it wrong, but 9 and 10 to me, if I had to pick a game, it definitely would be 2K10, just because of the my career mode that they started in the game, my player stuff, like, you know. But the server wise, better servers was definitely on 2K11. 10 wise, 9 had his issues, whatever, but those games was to me the core of basketball, and I just can't let those games go. Even to this day, I have to go back, and if I want to play a real true basketball game, I go back and play those. But I can't sit here and deny playing 2K offline is good. Been playing a little bit here and there, trying to get back into it, but I'm so used to playing online. I mean, when I pick up 2K and I play that online, I never played a game offline. I got so tired of playing against the CPU back in the day. That's why I stopped playing video games, period, because I just got tired of playing the CPU. I done got older. Really, I had a couple guys come over play the game every now and then, but it was nothing like I was young when I was younger, when you could just play somebody every day. You know, people working now, you know what I'm saying, got their own lives and stuff like that, so it's kind of hard. So you begin to miss those days, and you begin to be like, damn, I'm only playing against the CPU. You know what I'm saying? So when I heard about online in like 08, 09, I'm like, oh shit. So it really changed my perspective, and I began to play online. But back then, it was just different online. It was just different. It was so, I'm telling y'all, man, 360 days when PS3 came. Let me go back to the beginning. When PS3 came, and PS3 and 360 days came, yes, it was more complaining back then online and things of that nature, but online was still good. You can go back right now, play any online game back then from the 360, and you're gonna have more fun than you're having right now. If it depends on what type of game you're looking for, but most of the time, man, if you go back right now, it's like gold, man. You realize how good it was back then. You know what I'm saying? By just exploring, playing some of these old games online, yes, the newer games you get to do more, but the older games, it's just it just was something in those games that it just hit so hard. The nostalgia hit so hard, and it was just so good. It was just too damn good for its time. But when the Xbox One hit and the PS4 hit, that's when, to me, and everybody can go back and say 2K14, one of the ones, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, 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 yeah. But that's when a lot of shit started to change. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the 360 days, I started to see that when 2K13 came out. Definitely not one of my favorite games. Um, they was definitely focusing on new gen at the time. Wasn't a lot done, but you could just tell with the things they were doing to the game. That's when my arguing days really started, because I was like, yo, this shit about to be different. So those days was really the changing point. I feel like everybody right now, let me know in the comment section below, can you agree with that? All gaming up until the end of the PS3, well, the beginning of the Xbox One PS4 era. That's when the big change started happening. People will say 2K16, 17 is the best, but to me, I'm not a park player, man. I'm online. I'm real true basketball. I don't do those type of you know what I'm saying? So it affected me a whole lot. So, you know, I asked myself, is gaming really that, is newer games really that bad? And the answer I feel is no, because you have online modes when you play the CPU. Those parts are pretty good. Those parts are fun. Like, you're not having the same issues, because the issues come online when you're playing against opponents who's cheesing the game, or just really doing something that you just can't, you know what I mean? You know, some people is good at the game and they figure the shit out, and they figure things out that you can't, you know, some people are just good at it. People are just not admitting that, you know. Look, man, we older. Like, I mean, I don't have time to sit around and play the game every day to get good at it like I used to. And I feel like, with that said, it's a lot of people now that's sitting home all day chilling, playing a game. They doing exactly what, you know what I'm saying? They're putting in hours the same way as we did as a kid. A lot of people working. So by the time you get home, you don't work all day. You come home and you try to get on it. Like, bro, you know, you still got, you know, most of us got, wives, or, you know, if you're a female, you got a husband, or whatever you choose. I'm not even gonna get into that. But you got a companion at home. You have kids. It's kind of hard to go home and just put another 5 hours in the game, knowing you got to get right back up, knowing you got responsibilities at the house. So the older we get, we can't put that time in like other people do. Because we don't have the time. You know what I'm saying? I know I don't. You know what I mean? Kids got games, and you know what I'm saying? I gotta work. I don't have time to come home, man, and just play the game all day. Now, but I put more hours into older games, because I'm not trying to continue to keep up with stuff every year. Like my team, you got for NFL, and you know, with the NBA, far like stacking cars, even MLB, FIFA, all those games, every year it's the same shit. I don't have time to come home and grind to get the best cars to play that type. I don't have time to keep up with a lot of these online gamers that play the game, that play at least 10 games a day, or at least 5 games a day. I can't even give you 5 games a day. I cannot give you 5 games a day. Like, and I possibly could, you know what I'm saying, if I really rock with 2K like that, was posting, but you know what I'm saying, I'm having so much better time playing what I'm playing. I'd rather play the old shit. That just, it's better to me. Not saying I'm not gonna give you guys no newer content, but when it comes down to the older stuff, that is what I'm into. So it's like my better content is gonna is gonna give you guys this. I've been posting older stuff for a very long time, man. I'm getting better and better and better at it. So I just had to just get that off my chest, man, about, you know, how I should start looking. This is just a reflection of myself too. Like, of looking at the fact of, online games is definitely ruined. Online has definitely ruined gaming, but it's making companies so much money that they're not gonna like, hell no. But it's definitely worsening games. All the frequent updates they be putting in 2Ks and all these other games, stuff like that. And mainly 2K kind of be just updating the stats, but they, for what I understand and hearing, they be tweaking some things online. Like I said, I haven't been too much of an online player that much in so many years. I've lost connection with what was going on. I don't fell out the mix because it wasn't the fact I just couldn't keep up. I just didn't like the fact of how basketball games was being played. I didn't like that shit. And I didn't play other games. You know what I'm saying? There's been so many games that I missed out on because from 2K, if game, whatever game came out between 2K9 and all the way the whole to 13, I really didn't play a lot of other games. Even GTA, like I didn't fuck with GTA. 2K was the main game. So I missed out on a lot of games. That's why going back now, just playing some of these older games, I mean, a lot of times I missed out, and a lot of times, like I stopped gaming at one time. So it's good to go back, reflect on these games and shit and shit like that. But the Xbox 360 PS3 days on down is the best games of best days of gaming, guys. And I'm just realizing that online, I mean, I'm not just realizing it, but just breaking it down far as, oh, I'm not gonna play this game, or I'm not gonna buy this game because this game is trash. I feel like we need, people shouldn't think that, because I don't think that. Because I buy 2K every year, even though sometimes I'll be like, man, I don't want to buy this, that, and the third. If you're an offline gamer, your perception of this game is definitely going to be a lot more better than an online gamer, because a lot of online gamers complain, whine, bitch, moan every game. Every game. I feel like Madden offline gamers, they complain because shit wasn't done with franchise. You know what I'm saying? I don't think things are still being done with franchise right now. So they complain about that offline mode, but it's not too many times when people actually complain about what's going on offline. You know what I mean? I mean, when they start to talk about it, they change some things. But 2K, far as 2K, it's always been a deep game in franchise anyway. They did recently make a big overhaul to my team in a new, not my team, but offline association mode in NBA 2K. Far as the newer gens, they made some significant changes to that, making it even deeper now. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, so once you create something and make something that deep, it really gonna take you some years to be able to fulfill everything. It's so deep. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's something that keeps us offline gamers, you know, together. But I'm looking at now, I'm like, you know what, I'm 100% offline. You know what I'm saying? Like, because the online, I just can't connect with it. It's fun, it's good to get up there with your peers and play the game, but it just, I'm looking at now like I have fun time playing it offline. And I feel like that is the problem now with a lot of gamers now. We just can't connect with people online. We don't like the style, we don't like the cheesy shit that be going down. Like this type of shit didn't happen in the earlier years of gaming. If it did, the gameplays was so good because they focused on gameplays back then and did not focus a lot on online. So you got your set standard offline game, because I don't feel like once they put the game out, the offline gameplay really don't change. That's set in stone. So whatever that's going to be, whatever time they're going to put into it, that determines. But a lot of times they're not putting a lot of time in the offline game because that's really the same. They just make some couple tweaks, put a couple animations online, and that's it. Online, man, you got to do so much more tweaking. They're putting significant more time in the online gaming, and it's still pissing people off, and it's still ruining games up to this day. You guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about this, about online gaming, about whatever you feel about gaming in 2024 going into 2025. But to me, I just think it's gonna get worse. I don't and I just feel like, look, play new games, but just play them offline. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the best effect that you're gonna get from these games now. You know what I'm saying? Is I feel like people that is still on the PS4, 360, man, look, adapt. It's really time to adapt and explore these new games and what they have to offer, because offline, they're not bad. You can play any Call of Duty right now on story mode, and it's fucking brilliant. You know what I'm saying? It's just when you play online, it's like, damn man, motherfuckers sliding across the world. They jumping high as Jordan, dodging bullets. Like, I don't like that shit. You know what I'm saying? But some people, whoever like it, I mean, it is what it is. But I don't like it. But it's still the best war game of all, not of all, I don't know of all time, but it's still one of the best war companies, the best war names. Companies out. So I mean, they're gonna get the sales, they're gonna get the numbers, but I feel like their gameplay is just phony, man. Like real life, you're not seeing people in Call of Duty slide 100 yards. You're not seeing them ducking, dodging bullets. Like, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Like it's so. You know what I'm saying? So when things like that happen, you don't see when you're playing against offline gamers or offline the CPU, you don't see none of this cheesy shit. Yes, the CPU will cheese you, but not like an online gamer. Hell to the no. You know what I'm saying? It's a totally different experience. So you guys, I think I broke down everything in the far as comparing offline games and online games, stuff like that. And y'all let me know your opinions in the comment section below. If you're new to the channel, man, subscribe to the channel. We got a lot of retro content coming to this channel. So we're just getting started, you guys. We're in the bottom of the first. Until next time, it's your boy Re-Up, keeping it real, raw, and 100. I'm about to here. You guys stay safe. Peace out.